Hello, lovely people. My name is Asamba Osu-Edumi. I'm the CEO of Organic Foods Ghana Horticultural Enterprise. We are only into natural remedies. We treat disease with natural remedies, herbs without any side effect. Today's video is about diabetes, a question that most diabetic normally ask, whether it is safe for them to take in fruit juice or is there any benefit whilst taking in fruit juice if you are diabetic. This is what we are going to share. This is what we are going to discuss. It's a very broad topic, and I'm sure this video might be able to help you or help others. So if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to our channel and also share our videos to educate others. And we have two types of fruit juice. We have the artificial fruit juice, and then we have the refined fruit juice. The artificial fruit juice has gone through many processes like refining, and then sometimes they add other ingredients which are also detrimental to your health when taking them continuously. So most of the people who are into fruit juices, they go in for their natural fruit juice, refine them, process them, and take some ingredients from this fruit juice and throw them away, and at the same time they add other ingredients to it. This ingredient added to this fruit juice also comes with a very serious side effect. Most of the times you might be buying a certain fruit juice and you see that it does not contain any sugar. It will be written that this fruit juice is a sugar-free fruit juice and is safe for you to be taking it. But taking something like this sometimes contains a certain ingredient called fructose. Fructose is similar to sugar. I will just say fructose and then sugar are the same, though there's a little bit of difference between the two. And then we have natural fruit juice. Natural fruit juice, like the person will just go to his or her backyard garden and then go and pluck some fruit. And you know, these fruits are very good when taking them. But most of the time, we advise patients to ask their doctors. Most of the doctors are not dietitians. So if you are diabetic and then you have your doctor, I will advise you to just go and then ask a dietitian about a certain food that you should be taking. The reason is that though those food that you are seeing, they might be natural, but if you are diabetic, they can also raise your sugar level. So if you are diabetic, we don't advise you to also be taking more of the fruit juice without your doctor's consent. So let your doctor know whether it is safe for you to be taking in fruit juice. So let us compare artificial fruit juice, that is orange fruit juice, the artificial one, 250 ml of artificial orange fruit juice or refined orange fruit juice, and then 250 ml of natural orange fruit juice. 250 ml of artificial orange fruit juice comes with a lot of calories, like 100 calories, which is high in calories. So when you are taking in artificial fruit juice 250 ml, it means that you are taking in 100 calories, which is very dangerous to your health, especially when you are diabetic. So we advise people, if you are diabetic and you are taking in fruit juice, then you shouldn't take artificial fruit juice. The reason is that artificial fruit juice comes with a lot of calories, which isn't good for your sugar level. And then if the same person is taking in natural fruit juice, natural orange fruit juice, let's say 250 ml of natural orange fruit juice, you should also know that the natural orange fruit juice also contains calories. So 250 ml of natural orange fruit juice can also give you 60 calories. So 100 calories for artificial fruit juice and then 60 calories for natural fruit juice, which means that the natural fruit juice can also raise your sugar level, because high calories diet can cause your sugar level to rise. So you should be, considerate when you are taking in this natural fruit juice. And I will also advise you to just avoid taking the refined fruit juice, which contains a lot of ingredients. And as I said earlier, most of the fruit juices that we buy from the shelves contains a lot of fructose. And then, so let me give you one example. This is fructose, and then this is how it works. Fructose is similar to sugar. So people, when they are diabetic and they go in for fruit juices at the shelf, they feel like, okay, let me check if it contains sugar. Sometimes it will be written no added sugar. Meanwhile, you see ingredient called fructose on this label. It means that it is also the same as sugar, and then it should be avoided. Fructose needs to be processed by the liver, and research suggests that a diet that is high in fructose may cause the liver to be overwhelmed, leading to problems such as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and then type 2 diabetes. You know, most of the time when we taking chemicals into our system, it is our liver that works or that process the chemicals in the diet that we have consumed, whether it is drugs or alcohol or any other form of chemical, including this fructose that I'm talking about. And the liver has to work so hard to metabolize the sugar or the fructose in the drink that you have just consumed. When the more the liver works harder, the more it ends up getting tired, or the more it ends up getting overloaded and then overburdened. In these circumstances, your liver can get non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease comes like something like this. Sometimes you might get so many facts on the liver, and it's a very serious condition, and it can also lead to cirrhosis of the liver or liver hepatitis and many more liver conditions. So we advise people who are having diabetes to be very careful when they are taking in fruit juices. Another problem is that sugar levels in fruit juice can cause a significant spike in blood sugar levels, increasing the risk of hyperglycemia, that is too high blood sugar level. You know, when you are taking in fruit juice, thinking that it's fruits and then it's a fruit juice and everything is natural, let me also let you know that fruit juice contains sugar no matter how natural that fruit might be. So taking in a lot of fruit juice can also increase your sugar level, leading to hyperglycemia. We still advise people who are diabetic to be very careful when they are taking in fruit juice, whether it is natural or whether it is even refined or processed. The reason is that the refined and then the artificial juices, they all contain sugar. So there's a condition called, we have hyperglycemia and then we have hypoglycemia. The hyper means high and the hypo means low. And those people with diabetes or low blood sugar level, that is hypoglycemia, sometimes you can just use fruit juice to increase your sugar level when you are having hypoglycemia. So which means that with those people with low sugar level, once they take in fruit juice, whether it is refined or natural fruit juice, they end up increasing their sugar level, which means that if you are diabetic and you have high blood sugar level and you taking in these fruit juices, your sugar level will be so high. So most of the times fruit juices are supposed to be taken by people who are having low blood sugar level, that is hypoglycemia. And one issue with the fruit juice, refined one, is lack of fiber. Most of the fruit juice that we consume, the refined one, a proportion of the fiber get lost during the juicing process. And in these circumstances, lack of fiber can also affect the system, especially when you are diabetic and taking in fiberless diet like fruit juice. And you know, when you lack fiber in your diet, you are more likely to suffer from constipation and then fatigue. And at the same time, diabetes can cause fatigue and then constipation in most patients. So if you are diabetic and you have this condition, and at the same time you are consuming or you are drinking refined and processed fruit juice which lacks fiber, then you should also know that it is going to make your condition like the constipation and then the fatigue to be worse. So we still advise people who are diabetic not to be taking in fruit juice, the refined one, and then even the natural ones too. We should be very careful when taking them excessively. And then in the year 2013, some researchers came out with some research concerning the intake of refined fruit juice and even the natural fruit juice. And during their research, they came out that most of the fruit juice that we consume, even if you are not diabetic and you consume this refined or artificial fruit juice, then you should know that you are 8% likely to get diabetes when you are not diabetic and then you taking in this kind of refined and processed fruit juice. And those who are diabetic too, when they take in something like this refined and artificial fruit juice, they are likely to raise their sugar level to 80%. So we advise people to avoid taking in this refined fruit juice and also be very careful when taking the natural fruit juice too. And a lot of the fruit juice that we consume, they are high in GI, that is glycemic index. I know when we talk about glycemic index, it's like the rate at which one's sugar level goes high 2 hours or a few minutes after taking in any food, whether carbohydrate or juice. And most of this refined or the artificial fruit juice that we consume, even the natural ones, they are high in glycemic index, that is the GI. So when you take in this refined or the natural fruit juice, you realize that within some few minutes or within some few hours, your sugar level goes high. Let's say if your sugar level is 6.5 or 7.5, and then you take in carbohydrates or you take in juice, fruit juice, whether refined or processed, within so few minutes, your sugar level can rise from 7.5 to 8.5 or 9.5, or from 6.5 to 7.5 or to even 9.5. So which means that when you consume in this refined or processed fruit juice, your sugar level is likely to go high to a certain level, and then it can also lead to hyperglycemia, as I said, which is high blood sugar level. We end everything here, and my name is Asamba Osu Adome. I'm the CEO of Organic Foods Ghana Healthy Soul Enterprise. We are only into natural medicine. If you have any health condition, whether it is syphilis, gonorrhea, sexual weakness, infertility, candidiasis, prostate disease or prostate cancer, fibroid, any other condition, diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and many more diseases that you are having, or stomach ulcer, just contact the number on the screen. That is 0240 900602, 0240 900602, or 027 344 5444, 027 344 5444, 027 344 544. You can also visit our website www.healthysoulenterprise.com, www.healthysoulenterprise.com, and then you can also go and follow us on Facebook, Organic Foods Ghana, or we have our account channel on YouTube, that is Ubibini Apumudin. That one is about our local language, that is Akan language. So those who want to know more and much about natural medicine in Twi or in Akan language, then just follow Ubibini Apumudin on YouTube, and you also get amazing health from that channel. Wherever you are, whether you are outside Ghana, we can also ship your item to your location without any problem. My name is Asamba Osu Adome, and I always say one thing: in this world, fear what we eat more than the devil himself. And then if you eat well, you will live long. If you eat well, you will live long, because your food is always your medicine.